Hello, brave awakened ones. This is Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics, medical empathic intuitive, certified integrative holistic health nurse, spiritual counselor and guide, Reiki master, energy healer. I'm going to touch on a subject that I haven't seen too many light workers discuss in their videos. You know, light workers like me who make videos and who are energy healers and do, webinars and seminars and things like that, touch on this subject too much. The same way I don't see too many people on the disclosure end who are into disclosure touching on the spirituality part too much. There are very few who actually address their spirituality. And because of the times that we're in, it is time for us to merge. So I'm going to share my own disclosure story and come out of the disclosure closet, so to speak. Because it's about time that this happens, because it's just coming up. And more light workers are going to be exposed and meet and have some type of a meeting, some type of an interaction, not just in the ethereal realm, but now in the physical realm with their star family. And I'm calling this video, Have No Fear, Lightworker, Your Star Family Has Your Back. And I've been meeting with my star family for years now. They've come and worked on me in the ethereal. Very real in the ethereal. But I have had interactions with my star family in the physical realm. And I have photographs here to prove it. And I'm going to share that. And there's a few reasons why I'm making this video. First of all, is to, number one, try to bridge that gap between light workers and disclosure people. And they're light workers too. Okay, I want to bridge that gap, but it's time to bridge that gap because we need to bond together in order to take down the dark and bring in the truth and the light. And number two, I had an encounter yesterday that surprised me but didn't surprise me. I was prepped for it by my star family. So when it actually happened, I was like, oh, okay. So here it is. I'm already ready. Let's do this. Okay. And not much shocks me now after the past, since 2012, all the stuff I've been experienced, not much really shocks me at this point. But it's just interesting how things are more in the material now, not just the ethereal realm. It's very material. And also to finally, let it out, come out of my disclosure closet, things I've been not talking about, or I've posted videos, but I didn't come right out and say things. So I'm just going to come right out and say stuff. Okay. So yesterday, Saturday, the 30th of November, I had a visitor come by, a visitor in the form of a black military-looking helicopter shooting a red beam at me while I was sitting on my patio. And unfortunately, I had my phone on me, but my phone does not take the best pictures. I don't have the most up-to-date phone. It's an older phone because I'm not a gadget person. I couldn't care less about having the latest and greatest phone. I do have great camera, but I keep that away. I don't pull out my camera. I don't walk around with my camera. So the first picture I'm showing here is from my balcony, which is screened in. That's why it always looks like that. I have a screen. I do live over the water, over a canal in Miami Beach, and right across from me, but yeah, right behind those trees, like there's the canal in front of my house, and right behind those trees is a mall, is your regular shopping plaza, with your Old Navies and your TJ Maxx's and supermarket and movie theater, right? That's right across the way. And right after that is the beach. Okay. So being in Miami Beach once in a blue moon, but mostly you have to be on the shore, on the beach itself. And once in a while, you'll see a helicopter, a couple helicopters go by within a few hours. And those are those tours, you know, people take those tours to view the beach and to view Miami, blah, blah, blah. You know, the tourist thing, okay? Tourist helicopter. I've seen those. No big deal. Rarely do they come on my side, right? They usually stay over the water by the water. They don't come on my side, because I lived west of the beach. You know, it's like a 5-minute walk, 8 to 5 minute walk, but I live west of the beach on the opposite side on the canal. Rarely do I see the helicopters on my end, right? I was sitting yesterday evening on my patio. I was just journaling, like between 4:30 to like 5:45. I was just sitting, having a snack, journaling, you know, waiting for my dance class, which I leave for later on that evening. So I'm chilling, and my Soul Star family had told me to prep, that, you know, things are going to get a lot more real. Okay. So I did make my organite tower, because I did have that episode where my computer was knocked out and was having all these issues while trying to do my webinars, which is totally fixed because I found a part of the house, my dining room, which I do it from, which I don't have any interference. I don't sit by the window anymore. There's my organite tower that I was guided to make. I have that one's on my patio, and I have another big one on my windowsill in the front of my house. Okay, in the front of my condo. So I have 2 of them, and then I have my organite pyramids placed in other strategic places that I was told to place it in. Okay, so while I was journaling, I heard helicopter really loud, sound very close. And I'm like, gee, that's really close. And then I see it, like, it must have been like, it was coming west. It was coming from the west going towards the east. And I see it come over my building. My building is not a tall building. It's only 8 stories. So I see it go by. I'm like, okay, what was that all about? It's a black helicopter. I see it going. And then I see it turning, like it gets right beyond, like goes right over like the shopping plaza, and it turns. It makes a left, and it does it like a circle, like a U-turn. It makes a U-turn, literally a U-turn. It makes a U-turn. And then I see it coming back towards my way, and it's flying rather low. I'm like, and then my oversoul gave me that, you know, you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach. I was like, ooh. But then my oversoul would say, don't worry, you're covered. That's what I heard. I heard, don't worry, you're covered. And then I was guided to put my left hand on my heart chakra, and then put my right hand out and just send a beam of white light through me, right? I always said, don't worry. Just think about it right now. I'm like, ooh, you know? And I had my organite tower there, and I was told, fine, you know? And I also have a piece of amethyst right on my Jesus statue by there. And I said I was protected. So then this helicopter hovers right behind those trees. It's above those trees, but it's like real low. So it's like between the shopping plaza and those trees that you saw that are across from me in the canal. And then it goes to its side, and a red beam is shot from the side of the helicopter into my patio. I'm not going to say exactly what floor I'm in, but you know, I'm up there. And I was like, WTF. And I just did what I was guided to do by my oversoul. And it hovered there for a few minutes, like a good 3 minutes. And then I had my eyes closed so I could still hear it, but I was focusing so much on sending that white light. And then I opened my eyes, and then it took off. It went back west again, like over my building. I was like, how interesting. I was fine. I didn't feel a darn thing. Literally nothing. I didn't feel anything. I finished journaling, grabbed my water, and ran to my dance class. Today is Sunday, the 1st of December. Went to another dance class first thing this morning because I teach in the morning class, and I'm absolutely fine. So I was like, okay. And my oversoul was like, you know, time that you really share us It's time that you come out, try to bridge that gap. I'm like, ugh, okay. So here we go. I'm going to share my star family with you guys. Okay. I've already done it, but on the back end, you know, I've talked about it, but I didn't come out and say it. So here I'm going to come out and say it. These photographs were taken earlier this summer when I was on the beach. I went for a ride on the beach, and then I sit and meditate on the beach. And this is a real remote part of the beach. Okay. So I was there meditating, and I got up on my bike ready to leave. And it was like I caught the sunrise and I was ready to leave. So it must have been like 7 something in the morning by the time I was ready to go on my bike ride, continue on my bike ride after meditating. And then my back was turned. I was exiting the beach itself to go on the boardwalk. Then I heard, turn around, look up, we're here. And I turned around, I didn't see anybody. I'm looking on the beach, I didn't see anybody. I heard, look up, and I looked up. And then I saw, you'll see to your right, lower, it's like 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock. At the 4 o'clock mark, let's say at the 4 o'clock mark, you'll see this little circle coming out of the sun. It's the lower right-hand corner. I saw that. And then I was told, take a picture. I was like, okay. I didn't do video, but I was taking pictures because I was told, take a picture. So I was like, maybe it won't come out in the video, whatever. So I just kept taking pictures. So that was the first picture I shot. I saw that little white light coming out, and then I zoomed in. I was told to zoom in. Bam, that shot out. Okay. It put on a show for me. And you see those 3 little circles at the bottom of it. That is the bottom of their craft. And then you see that? Then that halo appeared around it. All of a sudden, that halo, that colorful halo appeared around it. And it did a 360 around the sun. Look at that. Went all the way around. It did it. You could see the bottom of, you see the bottom of it again with the 3 circles? It did that on purpose so I could see what it is. So it did a 360 around the sun. Then it went back in the same way it came out. All right. I was the only one on the beach at that time. I was like, oh my God. Okay. So that was that. That was earlier this summer. Earlier this year, I should say. That was earlier this year. It's 2018. Earlier 2018. That happened 2018. Early 2018. Okay. And I've had other interactions with my star family, but in the ethereal since then. And then comes Atlanta. And that is the colorful cloud that I made a video of that appeared right in front of my mom's house. This was, I was coming off the expressway, and I was like, I was just sitting there waiting for the light, and then bam, this cloud literally lit up. And I heard it say, we're here. I said, oh my God. And then I went to go enter my mom's community, and then I saw it was just changing colors, and I saw a full color rainbow shooting straight out of it. And it was like literally following me. Okay. And by the time I got in front of my mom's house, it just kept changing colors and yellow, gold, pinkish gold, and it was purplish gold. That gold was always there. And then that's when I pulled out my camera, and it literally got closer. Like I said, if I had a cherry picker, I could go up there and be inside of it. That's how close it was. And not only was that there, but I didn't mention it before. If you look at the video, you can't see in the picture, but in the video, in the upper right-hand corner, like at the 2 o'clock spot, you'll see a cloud there. And you could faintly see the colors changing on that cloud, but because it was further away, but with the naked eye, I could clearly see that cloud changing colors, the pulses, the same time as that bigger one that was right in front of me changing also. And I was told straight up that this was the mothership. And that cloud that was at 2 o'clock that was changing the colors, that was a scout ship, I was told. It was a scout ship. And I took that video and I posted it. I know in the video I was like, oh, can anyone tell me what this is? You know, I was just trying to be coy about it, but I'm being straight up front right now. That's what it was. It is my star family. And yeah, they're here because, I mean, the reason why it's easier they're here in the material is because the 3D veil is down. And so we could contact them and be with them in the material now. And this pink purple sky, and I posted some other pictures, and I tried to make a video of the purple haze, the purple mist that I saw last week, but didn't come out that well because of the screen and everything. It looked like an aurora borealis. That's what it looked like to me. This has been happening for the past week. Yeah, it's been happening the past week, and the hours it happens, I'm always like, whether if I'm awake or not, I'm always told to look out the window and just meditate and take it in. So I go on my patio and I take in that energy. It's been happening around between 5 and 5:45 in the morning. And that is before sunrise. Sunrise is at 7:10 in my area. And this is during the 5 o'clock hour. This happens before, and it always disappears by 6. Like, right, it'll start fading at like 10 to 6, and by 6, this is gone. So that is what I've been seeing. And like my room this morning was, and it's 1:44 p.m. right now, and I'm looking, and my room this morning was a purplish grayish haze, and it was purplish gray outside also, all over. It's been purple and pink, and today it's purplish gray. That's what's been going on. So yeah, that's it. And wanted to share that and just come out of the closet, disclosure closet. And I hope more forerunners do that too, to share their experiences. Because I know I've been told by other people, other lightworkers I should say, that I'm close with, have said that their star family has been like, hey, what's up? You know, showing up in a ship right in front of their damn face, you know, coming right out of the clouds. They're there and they're making themselves known to us. So that is what I wanted to share. And with that big orange, gold, changing colored cloud, it was definitely in the material. It wasn't just me seeing it, because my mom's next door neighbor was right there, frozen in his tracks, and he ran into his house because he was like, what the hell? He looked at it, it was frozen. I looked at him right before I started filming, and I just smiled, and he just ran in his house like totally confused, like what the hell was that? So they're seeing it too. They just don't know what they're looking at. So I wanted to do my little disclosure story. And yeah, also, you know, if there's other lightworkers and forerunners experiencing this stuff, and the reason why that black helicopter showed up was basically, you know, try to deter me from what I'm doing, which of course not going to do shit. It's not going to work. Number one, I know I'm protected, so I'm just going to keep doing what I got to do. So I know it's to try to deter me. Like I said, they're fighting like rats, you know, the malevolent beings. They're rats trapped in a corner. So they're going to fight. They're going to try to fight their way out. And there really is no way out except for them to decide to turn, to transmute into light. That's it. That's the only way out. But they're not trying to hear that. So yeah, I have a lot that I'm working on. It's not just the holistic health thing. There are other things that I'm guided to do. And please, people, refrain from sending me a bunch of emails. I get emails all the time saying they're like, oh yeah, I'm sent to work with you. I'm not sharing my information with anyone. Very few people that are close to me know my information. They're not even light workers, except for my sister and my best friend. So they don't even know what I'm talking about. But I keep my circle really tight and closed. because I know very soon I'm going to be coming out with what I got to come out with. And I've been working on it. Very soon my funding's going to come through to do it. So that's it. And I'm not going to share what I'm doing or how I'm going to do it with anyone right now. When I roll it out is when I'll let everybody know. But right now it's just, my small circle that's going to know. That's the way I have to keep it. Alrighty then. So, hey, if anyone has short stories, please share so we won't all feel all alone or crazy, because we're not. Okay. And, even the sleep human is going to be seeing more and more of this. And if we stand in our truth, they'll be able to stand in their truth, so somebody can't follow if you don't lead. So here I am leading. So I hope you guys could come out of that closet and lead. And also so we could bridge that gap between, people who are more on the disclosure end and people who are more on the spiritual light worker end, because we are all light workers. We're all fighting for the same thing. We all want to ascend. We all want to bring out the truth. We all want the awakening and truth to come out. Okay. So, I'm also having a webinar today. Not today. I'm sorry. I'm having a webinar on Sunday, the 2nd of December, and another webinar on Wednesday. I'm also having a webinar on Wednesday, the 5th, seeing your new path clearly, because so many people are having problems seeing their path. And now it's the time, because come the end of the year, we have to be strategically in place, and we're understanding more and more and more our paths. But, clarity is needed for some folks, even for myself. Well, I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. It's just, okay, here I am. Give me the money, the people, and the resources, but everything comes in divine timing. It's all synchronicity. All right, everyone. And also, of course, I offer sessions and healings. I offer healings in my office in Miami Beach, and video and phone sessions. All right, Lady V out. Victory to the light.